Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Rapid or Crypt Keeper, and I just wanted to talk about the plot synopsis, how they smack each other from the first to the second movie. So, the first movie is about this family from Chicago that has trouble with money, long story short, and comes down and plants this crop so the dad can make the money off and they can have money again. Well, what happens is there's this dude as he's out there working on his crop that comes down and says, "Hey, can I come help you with your crop?" Fine. Dude's nice. Don't even have to worry about him. He's a little intimidating, a little weird, so you kind of get these feels for him. So he killed his family in this house, and this whole family in this house is pretty much trying to tell this new family that they were murdered by this dude, but that doesn't even come into play until the last 20 minutes of the movie, which is right here, which some things don't really age well. Like, he starts pretty much seeing his family as these new people, so he thinks that Jess, Ben, and Roy and the mom and all them are Mary, Michael, and Lindsay, which is his daughter wife that he killed. But what's crazy here is, like, just rewatching the scene does not age well at all, for the simple fact of, if you look, bro, he's sticking pitchforks through the wall, but there's like 12 people through each wall. There's Look, there's literally 3 pitchforks. Like, I don't know how this dude just, like, I don't know, that makes no sense. He had like 4 pitchforks. But yeah, because the mom's seen it. But he comes down here, and then what unloads. This is the only scene that matters. Is him falling back, and then this family comes out. His family that he killed to take him, and then it's showing all the scenes from before how he killed him. Because pretty much what was supposed to happen in this prequel sense that they were showing in the movie was that he himself killed the family, and he went crazy from his crop not growing, and just just went psycho. But in the second movie, they make it all about the scarecrow. And if you read the little description for him, it says 5 years prior to the story, he murdered his entire family in a fit of madness of his wife trying to leave him. After that, he changed his last name to Burwell. 5 years later, when the Solomon family moved from Chicago into the house in a small town in North Dakota, it's called Belton, he was hired by the family's patriarch, Roy, to work on the sunflower farm Roy was hoping to start. Soon, however, it became apparent that the house the Solomons moved in became haunted. The crows were constantly flying around it, and the ghosts began tormenting the family's children. Jess and Ben, the parents, didn't believe Jess, and Ben was unable to confirm the story. And he was unable to speak due to the car accident that Jess caused while DUI, but there was nothing really serious with that. When Jess learned of the Rollins family that once lived there, she suspected that something bad happened. And then when she saw a newspaper clipping of the family at a local store, she realizes that they were the ghosts that haunted the house, and also discovered that Burwell was the father. When the crows attacked Burwell, he became delusional when he saw Solomon matriarch Denise bring in bags of the protector. She saw one of the ghosts. He believes that Denise is his wife, Mary, and starts to attack her, and all that final scene goes from there. So John Rollins kills his family, but in this movie, he doesn't kill them, and it's all about the scarecrow that's supposed to bring fortunes to this family. And they end up killing the scarecrow, and everything's fine. They literally kill the scarecrow, and everything's fine. Nothing else happens. Nothing else happens. Literally, nothing else happens. And it contradicts itself so hard, because this dude in the second one he's going through the same things that they was talking about in the first one. I couldn't grow crop, all these different things, but he killed his family and didn't mention any of the scarecrow. There was no scarecrow mentioned even in the first movie. Nothing. You didn't even see a scarecrow. So for all that to happen, it's just weird, and it just makes no sense. So the second one, they're blaming it on the scarecrow that's supposed to bring fortune and all this stuff to the land, but it's not. So it contradicts itself by saying that he kills his family in this fit of rage from his crop not growing all these different things, and them becoming ghosts in the house that then for haunts these new people that are trying to relay the message of the father. But it just doesn't work that well. It just makes zero sense. I mean, I could have thought about a better fucking horror movie than that. They completely ruined the first one by literally bringing the second piece of garbage that's supposed to be a quote unquote reboot, but it's a prequel, and it just makes no sense. The plots hit each other harder than any bad wrong turn. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just throw some of my opinions out because I rewatched both of these back to back last night. I actually rewatched Messengers twice just to I fell asleep the first night, so I didn't finish watching it, so I just rewatched it. I grew up on this movie. I mean, I seen this in 2007. It's got Kristen Stewart, the dad from American Horror Story season one. Decent actors. They cast Norman Reedus for the new one, which honestly makes no sense. Um, the second one, it just it makes no sense.
Of something that's happened
Um,
that
it's completely different. But yeah, I mean, it just contradicts itself so fucking much, and it just makes no sense, bro. I just would like an answer to why the movie was left the way it was, why they didn't cast the regular um John Rollins. I mean, the movies are 2 years apart, so they might as well have casted the actual actor that played him, and then did like this prequel to how he went insane and then murdered his family and how they came back as ghosts, and maybe even told a little bit about the story about where he went to because he just randomly shows up like he was so close, and it was just very weird. I mean, it kind of makes no sense. I might be overthinking, but this is not a prequel. It's more of like a shitty reboot, and that's what it is. It's a shitty horror film. CGI is so bad in this. The '07, the CGI isn't even that bad. It's not the best, but it's not like the 2009. And that for the ranking on this movie is gonna have to be a solid 2 out of 10.